In this video, we're going to be reviewing Unit 8, Lesson 2, our last section, how to calculate the area of a triangle. In this video, not only will we be talking about how to calculate for the area, but we will also do a problem practicing how to solve for the base and also how to solve for the height when given the area. So, first things first, we are going to start with solving for the area. Let's say we are given, I'm going to split my paper up in threes actually, because this is where we're going to solve for the area, solve for the base, solve for the height. Okay, first thing you always do is write your formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. So let's say for this problem, we are given a triangle who has a base, who has a base of 8.5 inches and a height of 6 inches. So what we are going to do is we are going to plug in our numbers, so our measurements, into our formula. We're solving for area, so our area equals base. What's our base? 8.5 times height, which our height is equal to 6. And then we're going to divide that by 2 because our formula tells us to do so. I'd like to take it one step at a time. So we do 8.5 times 6. And that gives us 51 divided by 2. And put that in the calculator or do it in your head. And 51 divided by 2 is 25.5 inches squared, since we are solving for area. Okay, since we're solving for area, our units will be squared. That's pretty much it. You just make sure you have your information and plug in as much information as you can to your formula. So now I want to switch it up. We're still always going to be using this formula because we're working with triangles and we want to figure out the area in this problem, or we're given the area. So let's say in a problem, we are told that the area is 136 inches squared, and your base equals 32 inches. And it is your job to figure out what is your height. So we write our formula and we plug in what we know. So 136 is our area. Our base is 32 times our height, which we don't know. It's okay. We're just going to write H for height. You could write X if you choose. And we're going to divide that by 2. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to simplify. I want to get rid of this dividing by 2. I can't divide H by 2, but I could divide 32 by 2. Okay? So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to do 32 divided by 2. So I'm going to rewrite, just to clean up my formula, 136, and I put that into my calculator. I do in my head. 32 divided by 2 is 16. And we still have our H left over. So now I want to know what my H by itself is. I want to find out my height. So to get that H variable by itself, I have to get rid of this 16 it's being multiplied by. The opposite or inverse operation of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide by 16 so those cancel out. And whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other. So you can put that into your calculator and you find that 136 divided by 16 is 8.5. And we look back, inches, those are units. So inches. And it's just inches because we're not solving for area. We were solving for our height. So our height is 8.5 inches. Yay. The last type of problem I want to review quickly is if they give you the height, but you don't know the base. So let's say you are given a problem and they tell you the area is 90 inches squared and your height is 12 inches, but you don't know what your base is. So first thing we do, we write our formula, area equals base times height divided by 2, and plug in what you know. My area, I was told, is 90. My base, I don't know it, so I'm going to leave it as B. And I'm going to multiply it by my height, which is 12, and divide that by 2 because that's my formula. Now I can't divide B by 2, but I can divide 12 by 2. So that's what I'm going to do to simplify my formula. I'm going to divide 12 by 2, which gives me 6. That gives me 90 equals B times 6. And as you can tell, why a lot of people like to write their variables as X, because our B and our 6 may look similar, but this is a B, this is a 6. They're being multiplied. So to get rid of this 6, because I want to know what my base is, I need the base by itself on one side. I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication and divide by 6. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. You put that into the calculator to find that 90 divided by 6 is 15. Bring down the equal sign and your variable. 15 inches is the length of my base for that triangle. All right.